This better not be the off-road adventure in the jungle. This better be on the way to the off-road adventure in the jungle.
Yeah.
Because this is just driving down the dirt road in the woods.
Correct.
Okay, we just got to Jade Cavern. We don't know if we're going in the water or not. It reeks of sulfur, and somebody else said the water's freezing. So,
Also, this is where they used to sacrifice girls from 16 to 19.
yes, they used to bind them up and just throw them off the cliff into the water. Alive, yes. So, we'll see. It's we'll see what happens. It stinks though. And the off-roading was more like just the dirt road.
Yeah, it was kind of just driving on an unpaved road.
Yeah.
It wasn't off-roading.
Alright, so we just went down the steps. Now we're down near the water.
Smellier.
Even smellier, yeah, between the mud and the sulfur. But you look into a little bit of a cave here, so we got some bats. We didn't realize our camera kept going into slow-mo mode on this entire excursion. I guess that's what happens when you criticize a place that used to sacrifice people.
This excursion that we booked through Celebrity Cruise Lines, it was the Jade Cavern off-road adventure. There was supposed to be snorkeling with stingrays, but it was canceled once we got there. I saw a lot of reviews saying that it's canceled quite often. We weren't told the exact reason for it being canceled. Instead of that, they took us to a tequila museum, which the tequila tasting, about half of them were okay, but it basically was a 30-minute sales pitch. Wouldn't have picked it if we knew that that's what it was. The next stop, we did the off-roading, which you can see from our video, was not too impressive. Especially coming from the Philippines where we actually got to do real off-roading. This was just driving down an unpaved path. There was no actual hills or anything you were going over. That brought us to the Jade Cavern, which they said was safe to swim in, but as you can see, there's a bunch of bats that are just, you can watch them poop into the water. There's no current, the poop's not moving, and it stunk like sulfur. So we opted not to swim into it. If we were going to do this again, we probably would just skip and go to the beach part that we went to at the end. I think we'll be posting the prices of it. It was all-inclusive. You got to use their pools, there was a kids zone, the beach, and all you could drink and eat.
Another thing I would like to mention is with the off-roading, Kate and I got very lucky to have our own vehicle to ourselves. There were supposed to be 2 couples per vehicle with people taking turns driving. They're fairly small SUVs, and there would have been no leg room in the back at all. It would have been a very uncomfortable ride if we actually had to have 4 people in that little vehicle. We watched a couple people struggle to get into the back seat. They were only 2-door vehicles, so they had to squeeze in and climb up into them.
Another thing to mention is only one person from each group gets to drive off-roading, which didn't matter to me. I preferred Mike being able to drive. It was kind of disappointing anyway.
When you look down, oh yeah.
You're like, yeah, no, I'm not doing it either. Smell. We just did cliff jumping in Philippines, so the water was clean.
I actually came up the stairs to film people jumping because once people started jumping into the water and stirring it up, the smell got so bad, I actually felt like I was gagging a little bit.
You need to have enough sense to stay away from that water. I forget. What did he say this thing was?
I don't remember what this little guy was called. I spent most of my time watching him walk around. He was pretty cool. Some type of critter, like in the raccoon family. Next time we go back to Cozumel, I honestly think we're just gonna get passes this place and spend the day there.
Open bar
very
is
nice.
up top.
All the food and drinks were included.
There's 2 open bars, plus the food is included.
Doing it during this trip.
There are also
was
cash bars.
We spent so much
With tons
time
of
driving
chairs.
out to that
3 pools to try and get up there and take some pool video.
sales office, whatever you want to call it. That we only had about an hour and 15 minutes or so here. So by the time we ate, we really didn't even have time to go down into the water or too much there. But if you look at the picture of the prices for what you get, we felt it was
Beach is
very
clean.
priced.
Recently, we've noticed their excursions aren't that great. We would have preferred to just stay at this beach resort type thing instead of having to drive. We spent most of our day in Mexico driving from place to place, and the first 2 we didn't really enjoy. We ended up paying $180 each for this excursion, where, as you can see, it was $106 to stay at this beach with unlimited open bar. So it's kind of an easy decision to just choose that.
Other pool here. Swim up bar.
Another nice thing about this place is they have an entire children's area slightly set back from the other areas. You have to walk down a little walkway to get there.
Oh, cool.
They have lockers there and just a lot of activities for kids.
It's got like a little kid's pool. That's really cool. Look over here.
The drive back from Playa to the cruise ship was 10, maybe 15 minutes at most. It's very close to where the cruise ships come in, as opposed to the tequila place. We drove at least 45 minutes to get there. And if you're still here, we greatly appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thanks.